Hello and welcome back. I do just want to apologise, there was no video last week. It was such a big stress. Was supposed to be having a relaxing weekend at my dad's. He lives in the countryside, so I went up there. But we had a bit of a chicken incident and one of them got stuck, and the whole video was basically me just stressing about a chicken. And I just thought, I don't know if this is going to be entertaining. So we scrapped that. I also was feeling much better and then got unwell again. So I'm now on my second cold. So I'm not feeling very well at all, as well as the third trimester symptoms that I'm feeling. So I'm just feeling a little bit all over the place at the moment. But today I thought I would make myself a little mint tea, make myself feel better, and give you a little update on what is going on and what's been happening. This is probably going to be the last update before the baby's born. How scary is that? She's going to be here in less than a month. Her due date is November 29th. The first little update that I was going to talk about is I was trying to find a house for me and baby girl. Got one, deposit down, everything's good to go, would have been in there now if the landlord hadn't have messed me around. Basically what happened was the property needed some little renovations done, and the landlord insisted that he was hiring his own contractor come pick up the keys, and then me and the agency heard nothing at all for 3 weeks. So the agency didn't want to keep stringing me along, so they sent me my deposit back. So I'm now less than a month away from giving birth and trying to find a house to live in, which is really, really stressful. So life at the minute is feeling a little bit intense. I'm not gonna lie, I am struggling a little bit because I feel like I've still got so much to sort out before she's here because I was let down. So it's just feeling a little bit intense at the minute, but still hoping for the best. Got my fingers crossed that I will get her somewhere before she's born. She seems to be staying put at the minute. I'm currently 36 weeks pregnant though, so it is sort of any day now, any week now, we don't know. But that has been quite stressful. I also am so sorry for moving around. One thing with my third trimester, I'm so uncomfortable all the time because she's so big now and she's sitting so heavy. Every position is just so uncomfortable. But the next update I was going to give you was regarding the midwife and what is happening with the baby and all that jazz. I actually had a midwife appointment yesterday and we went over my birth plan, which was actually really scary. It just seems to have put things into perspective a little bit more. We are really getting close to the due date now, so we were discussing my preferences on everything, which if it is your first baby, I don't know if anyone else feels the same, but because I've never done it before, I don't know what my preferences are. So with my midwife, I've kept it very open, I'm going to be as open-minded as possible. You never know how it's going to go anyway, so I don't want to have things set in stone, how I want things to be when it might not go that way. There's definitely things that I would rather, I definitely know that I do not want a water birth. So there's things like that I've sort of crossed out, but for the most part I've kept very open-minded. My pain relief I've kept open-minded. I have asked for an epidural, which is so scary to me. If you know me at all, you'll know needles are literally my worst nightmare. Do not like at all. So the thought of having an epidural for me is my worst nightmare. But I imagine that I'm going to be in that much pain that I just will not care. So I was I would rather know that I can have an epidural if it's offered. So I did ask for the epidural, and I've asked for the diamorphine, I think, and the gas and air for when I get there. So I can basically pick which one I want when I get there, which is so scary. Oh, also, when I updated last time, I was saying that I had been taken in, was put on the monitor. So because of that, I've had regular scans to make sure baby girl is growing healthily. And I have a scan on Monday. If everything goes okay, I'll be discharged from close monitoring, and we'll just see if spontaneous labour happens. If there is any concerns at all, then they'll probably discuss how we're gonna move forward from that. But at my midwife appointment, she was measuring quite small yesterday, but that was because my midwife was having a feel and she's descended into my pelvis now, so she can't get a full reading, or baby could have been curled right up. So we're not getting too stressed. My midwife said she's not stressed at all, baby's looking healthy, she's looking great. It's just with my thyroid, that's the only reason why we've got to keep monitoring it. So that is very good. I'm hoping to go into spontaneous labour. I wouldn't really like to be induced. I think I would like to have the experience of it being spontaneous. Baby girl is very happy and healthy in there. She's growing great. Heart rate was spot on yesterday. She's wriggling around so much. She is so big now. One thing that we are struggling with is deciding on a name. I think if it was just me picking, I would have probably had a name by now, but because it's me and Connor picking together, it's really hard, especially because I feel like we're sort of doing things separate, but we're doing it together at the same time, so I feel like we're not always on the same page. So we're struggling with a name. We have two that we like, but I don't really want any of them. I don't know why. One of them is quite a popular name, I think, and I know a few people with that name, which is sort of put me off. The other name is starting to become popular, and I worry that when she goes to school, everyone will have that name. So I'm sort of like, I don't know. But I've literally just suggested one today that I think we might like, which I think is a really, really cute name. And I kind of hope that Connor likes it too, because that would just be the sweetest name ever. And I don't know anyone apart from one person in the world with that name. Obviously, there'll probably be loads of people with that name, but I don't know anyone personally or anyone really where I live that likes names like that. So that might be a good idea. But the reason I wanted to bring that up was because I wanted to say, if anyone has any baby girl name ideas, please let me know. Write down in the comments. We like quite earthy names, although the name that I'm saying I really love isn't an earthy name at all. I quite like names to do with the stars, the sky, the sea. But just any cute baby girl names, let me know if you have any ideas, because we are really, really, really struggling to find one. Mine and baby girl's hospital bags are pretty much ready. They are pretty much packed and ready to go, which is really nerve-wracking. As you saw in my last video, that was pretty much what I had bought so far. I don't think I've bought much more than that, but I don't think I need much more either. I need to buy her a bag. Overall, we're doing okay, I think. My midwife did actually say yesterday to get that packed, because I could be going into labour any day now. Now that she's descended into my pelvis, it's sort of a waiting game for whenever she decides that she wants to be born, which is really intense and quite scary, because I don't feel ready at all. I don't feel well either in myself. I'm feeling quite unwell. I am definitely getting to that stage in pregnancy where I think I'm a little bit over being pregnant. I'm not gonna lie. I love pregnancy. It's been the best experience of my life. I would do it again, 100%, definitely would do it again. But it gets to a stage where they're a lot bigger and the movements start to hurt a little bit more. She's so big that even sitting with my legs together, I can't do that anymore. Lying down is uncomfortable. I'm just getting very uncomfortable. And I was obviously a dancer before being pregnant, so I was very flexible. I could get up off the floor, no problem. And now it's something that is like, if I've got to do anything where I've got to get on the floor, I'm always like, oh, I'm not going to be able to get back up, which is a bit frustrating. So I cannot wait to be able to just stand up off the floor. I can't wait for that day. Also, some of the symptoms that I've been feeling, I've had quite bad indigestion with her being so big. There's not a lot of room now anymore. She's pushing it all up. So I struggle a lot on a night. I've actually just been prescribed some Gaviscon to help out with that, so I'm hoping that works. I've also been struggling with itching You know when they say when you just get bigger and everything starts itching? Oh, it's horrendous. My skin is just like all the time and I don't like it. I think that was pretty much my update. Life is a bit crazy at the minute. Obviously we're getting to the crunch time, very close to baby girl's due date, so we'll see what happens there. Got a scan on Monday, so we'll see what happens at the scan, see if they want to discharge me. If you're pregnant, let me know how your pregnancy's going. Let me know what trimester you're in and how you're feeling. Remember to take it day by day. That's one thing I'm trying to remind myself because it's so unpredictable. Pregnancy is very difficult sometimes. I'm so sorry that I've been unwell in this video. Sorry if you can tell by the sound of my voice. Just do not feel great. I'll give a little update next week what happened on Monday in that video. But I will see you next week for another video. Bye!